Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Inside Golden Bachelor star Myrden's secret engagement after his wife's death. The Golden Bachelor Myrden was engaged to another woman following the death of his wife, Audrey, despite claims he remained single, a new report has alleged. The reality TV star, 61, has been portrayed on the dating series as having been single for 14 years after Audrey's death from cancer. However, Bear has reportedly had two significant relationships following Audrey's death in 2012, and was even engaged to one of the women, Women's Day claimed on Monday. Bear was in a 6-year relationship with his ex-fiancée and then had a 2-year relationship with another woman after that, an insider told the magazine. However, at least one of the relationships is said to have ended on bad terms, resulting in the woman posting Bear's photo onto the Is This Your Man? Facebook group, in which users warn each other about men with dating red flags. Meanwhile, Triple M stars Beau, Kat, and Woodsy discussed Bear's love life on Monday, and revealed their shock theory that he is still single after they recently interviewed the Canadian-born engineer. He had a look on his face, like he has picked someone, and either she has rejected him or he has rejected her, Kat Lynch said. You can tell he hasn't found what he is looking for. I am saying he has found no one. Beau Ryan jumped in to say he had his own reasons for believing Bear was not currently smitten with anyone. I spoke to Matty J, who does the Two Dating Dads podcast, and he interviewed him, and yep, we're saying the bloke's not in love, Beau said. I'm saying he has picked someone, but they said, no. It follows reports that Bear is hoping that lightning will strike twice for him on The Golden Bachelor. During the series premiere last month, ahead of meeting the 20 ladies hoping to steal his heart in the anticipated series premiere on Monday, Bear shared an emotional tribute to his late wife, Audrey, who died at age 43. At the beginning of Monday's episode, Bear was introduced to viewers as a father of 3 boys, Charlie, 21, Jack, 20, and Declan, 17, who had emigrated from Canada to Australia with Audrey 2 decades ago. It wasn't always a smooth journey, though, Bear said as a stirring montage of photos and home videos featuring Audrey played. There was a time when I didn't sail solo. He continued, I met Audrey, the love of my life, in 1988 in Calgary, Canada. From the moment I saw her, I knew she was the one, and we just hit it off from there. We got married, she gave me 3 beautiful boys, and all was right in the world. Bear then revealed that, tragically, his wife was diagnosed with a brain tumor which turned the family's world upside down. One day she came home with a headache. We thought it was just a severe migraine. She went to the doctors, and the next thing I knew, she was being rushed into emergency surgery. It was a brain tumor, he explained. It was just unfathomable. She had 4 major surgeries. The 4th surgery, she never came home. He then heartbreakingly explained how he told his 3 boys that they had lost their beloved mother. The boys were asking me where Mummy was, and I just said, Mummy's gone to sleep and Mummy's not coming back, he said. Bear also admitted that while he was more than open to finding love on the Channel 9 series, the ladies vying for his heart had a lot to live up to. Audrey was more than 1 in a million. She was 1 in 6 billion, he said. It's been 14 years since her passing. I know deep down no one can replace her, but with the boys' love and support, I know I can possibly find love again. Bear also displayed a level of vulnerability while chatting to host Samantha Armitage before the first introductions, as he continues to dismiss rumors he is romantically involved with the series host. I'm feeling excited but scared and nervous, he said, and Samantha asked the reality star what he was scared about. Just putting myself out there and being vulnerable, he said. Samantha also asked Bear what was lacking in his life and what he was hoping to get out of his reality TV experience. I'm lacking in my life, just companionship, he said. I had the love of my life, and I lost her, and I think I'm ready to move on, and Golden Bachelor fans thought they knew every chapter of Bear Myrden's love story. The widower, with a warm smile, gravelly voice, and quiet emotional gravity, walked into the franchise, carrying a history that felt both heavy and tender. Decades-long marriage, a devastating loss, and a cautious hope that love might still be possible. What no one expected, what even the most devoted viewers never saw coming, was that Barry's heart had already found its way forward long before the final rose, and that a secret engagement was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. Barry's late wife, Ellen, was more than a footnote in his story. She was the center of it. Friends describe her as his compass, the person who grounded him through career changes, parenthood, and the ordinary magic of a shared life. When Ellen passed after a long illness, Barry didn't just lose his partner, he lost the future he thought was already written. For years, he lived in a kind of emotional half-light, moving through days with grace but keeping the door to romance firmly shut. So when Barry appeared on The Golden Bachelor, viewers saw vulnerability without desperation. He spoke of Ellen with reverence, never rushing past the grief, never minimizing the love that came before. That honesty made him magnetic. Women were drawn not just to his kindness, but to the way he carried loss without letting it calcify his heart. Still, many noticed something else. Barry's calm certainty. He wasn't searching wildly. He seemed to know what he wanted. What audiences didn't realize was that Barry's journey toward new love had begun quietly, off-camera, months before filming wrapped. According to sources close to production, Barry met her, let's call her Elle, at a charity event focused on hospice care, a cause close to his heart after Ellen's passing. There was no instant fireworks moment, no cinematic spark. Instead, it was a conversation that lingered. Shared stories, comfortable silences, the kind of connection that doesn't announce itself loudly but settles in gently like it belongs. They stayed in touch. Emails at first, then phone calls, long walks when schedules allowed. Barry was transparent about his hesitations, about the guilt that sometimes surfaced when he felt joy again. Elle understood in a way few people could. She, too, had lost a long-term partner years earlier. There was no pressure to replace what had been lost, only room to build something new. When Barry was approached by producers about The Golden Bachelor, he disclosed the friendship. At that point, it wasn't exclusive, not defined. He believed the experience might help him understand whether he was truly ready to love again. Elle encouraged him to go. "You won't know unless you try," she reportedly told him. What followed was a complicated emotional balancing act. Barry entered the show open-hearted, respectful of the women he dated, and deeply committed to the process. But behind the scenes, something was shifting. As relationships on the show intensified, so did Barry's realization that what he felt with Elle was different, quieter, deeper, rooted in shared life experience rather than televised romance.